Monday night. Who's the game bigger for? Monday Night Football. Is it bigger for Brock Purdy? Is it bigger for Kirk Cousins? Is it bigger for Kyle Shanahan? Or is it bigger for Nick Bosa? We haven't talked a lot about Nick Bosa. Earlier today, we were discussing Deebo Samuel, whether or not he's lived up to the contract, and some people agree, some people disagree. But what about Nick Bosa? He has 2.5 sacks, and I know sack numbers aren't everything. It's about pressures, quarterback hits. But that impact just doesn't seem like it's there quite yet. I think he's had a very good season.
I do think it's a big game.
I just walked down in the green room.
Yeah.
Shanny, Goo, Evan Giddings, all getting ready. We'll bring up to 2.5 sacks. And both Evan and Shanny goes, 2 of those sacks, he was totally unblocked. I was like, damn. It's like us saying, well, Jimmy Garoppolo completed that pass, but it was a little behind him. You know what I'm saying? We're nitpicking out the sacks. That's where we're at. But it feels like if Bosa, he got shut down last week in Cleveland.
Goo doesn't like Bosa, huh?
He's a Micah guy. I don't know if Goo likes Bosa.
I think Goo thinks I'm putting words in his mouth, and I apologize for that, Goo. You'll listen back to this at some point tonight as you're, on your drive home. But I always get the sense that he does critique Bosa a lot, which is fair. You can critique whoever you want.
You got $120 million guaranteed.
I do think there are a lot of people, because I know myself during the Cleveland game, I'm like, where is Bosa?
Where's 97?
And then he made the big play on third down.
He made the sack, and I was like, wow, that's just
okay. That's a big time play.
Cool, but 5-year, $170 million extension, 2.5 sacks. According to Evan and Steiny, 2 of those sacks were unblocked. And the New York Giants, it was just a coverage bust.
Well, yeah, the tight end didn't even.
Well, what are you doing? Dude?
Yeah.
What are you doing? It should have been a safety. Now, the other sack, they gave him half a sack last week.
Mm-hmm.
When's the other sack? When did he have the other sack? Wasn't L.A., was it?
I don't know.
Or is it a bigger game for Jake Moody? It's from the 510 Comcast Business Text line.
A big game? I didn't even think of Jake Moody. Perfect conditions.
Right, we're going to talk to Mike Sando.
Indoors.
He wrote an article about the kickers or whatnot we can dive into next week. I'm going to leave Jake Moody alone 1 week. I'm not going to go all Mike Kofor on you.
This is a big one, I think, for Shanahan. I mean, Shanahan's won so many playoff games, but in terms of just riding the ship again, the week before a big matchup against the Bengals, right? When you lose the way that they did, frustrating, you come back, you got a lot of injuries. I think this is a big one for him to kind of script some stuff early to get this team some offense, get on the scoreboard, shut everything up, relax, play with a lead, let your defense pin their ears back, and go out and make things difficult against a one-dimensional team.
Mm-hmm. Bosa's doing a lot. He is. I don't get caught up in the sack numbers because quarterbacks get the ball out fast, like Daniel Jones. He was 1-2 throw. He didn't get defense a chance to get after him. Some guys like Dak, they like to hold the ball, and that's where Bosa gets the full sack. Quarterback hits. He's one off of his pace from last year. One off of his pace, despite having 7 sacks. But the quarterback hits are right there. The pressures are right there. The doubles and triples are coming his way, which is why John Lynch traded for Randy Gregory. Because you need another edge rusher, because Drake Jackson, I haven't heard his name. Is he still in Pittsburgh?
Well, he went down with an injury. That's when I heard his name, but that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
He played 22 snaps last week. I didn't see number 95. Where's he at? So, Bosa needs a little more help, no doubt about it. But is it a big game for Bosa on prime time? If he doesn't get the Kirk Cousins this week, a quarterback who's going to be right there in the pocket.
One, he dominated them in that Minnesota playoff
Every time he sees Kirk Cousins,
I know it was a couple years ago. Yeah, he does.
He dominates every time. The regular season game in 2021.
Yes.
Remember that regular season game at Levi's? It's huge.
Destroyed him.
He destroyed Kirk Cousins.
And whenever Kirk Cousins on Monday Night Football, the opposing team dominates him because he has a 2-10 record career on Monday Night Football. And his only wins were in 2021 against the Bears, who have stunk for the last 5 years.
He didn't play
and then in 2020 against the Bears again. Only beating the Bears. No, he's bad. I'm looking at the numbers.
Is that the law of so the law of averages, is he due?
Well, he lost last year to Philly. That was not a good game, if you remember that one Monday Night Football. He got dominated against
He played better against Philly this year on Thursday Night Football. Justin Jefferson had the fumble right before halftime to flip that football game. That game was closer than than the scoreboard indicates, but he played better on in prime time in that game, no doubt. No doubt.
With no Justin Jefferson, you got to beat them.
Sir, there's going to be a 49er fan who watches that game. And he's going to have a throw where he stretches the field, maybe. Kirk.
Okay.
And some people are going to say, boy, if he was a Niners quarterback, they win a Super Bowl. I already said that about Kirk Cousins in the past. If we had Kirk Cousins, we win a Super Bowl. And I'm thinking to myself, boy, maybe I'm watching the wrong guy. Maybe I'm too hard on Kirk. Maybe he is a good quarterback. A quarterback who Kyle wanted in the second round. A quarterback who Kyle also wanted to trade the number 2 pick for in 2017.
I don't know, man. Kirk Cousins, I trust Brock more in a playoff game than Kirk Cousins.
I do too.
Right? Like,
I do too.
More.
But does Shanahan?
Yeah.
Does Kyle Shanahan?
I also think Kirk would look a lot better in our system.
Oh, gosh. I'm like Pilo when he sent that tweet out 2 years ago.
What was that?
Pilo said, I don't want work. No, what he said. I don't want weak-ass Kirk Cousins on my football team.
That's not fair.
That's what Pilo tweeted. It was great. I was like,
I still can't get over him saying that his wife is the one shopping for him at Walmart, picking out all of his outfits.
But I'm like Mike Florio.
He doesn't have time to think about the clothes that he's wearing.
Bonte not even acknowledging it. Right? He's like, I'm moving past this immediately.
The most ridiculous sentence.
It was, but my girl picks my fits out.
But she has taste and style.
You don't think his wife has style?
The Walmart, plaid shirts with the
it fit Minnesota. I think that fits Minnesota.
Yeah.
That
cold.
Aesthetic. Yeah.
Flannels. It's flannel season for us. You got gray clouds behind you. It looks great.
Those are not flannels.
It's flannel. Oh, yeah.
Those are like what the dorky guy wears with the pocket protector going into work in the 1980s.
You don't think he wears flag anthem?
Yeah, flag anthem.
Yeah, you don't think he wears flag and anthem?
No.
It looked like he went on flagandanthem.com.
They admitted they buy their gear through Walmart.
Oh, there's a little flag and anthem in them.
Dude, when you're a quarterback, you got to have a little style.
I agree. That's why the whole chain thing was so phony to me. It's like, oh, he's trying to look cool now. But I'm like Mike Florio. Remember he was on the plane last year and he had the chain.
Oh,
he was doing the gritty.
Such a bad. Yeah.
It's corny. But
Florio did love that.
But Florio, and I agree with Florio. We'll get this cut when we got our systems running up and 100% here. But Florio did say, I'm not on any quarterback who doesn't work on a Tuesday. I'm with him. Takes Tuesday off in the NFL. Who takes Tuesday off?
A lot of restaurants do.
Well, this ain't the restaurant business. This is the football business.
Well, he is a short order cook.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Yeah, well, because he's not delivering the big 5-course meal. You know that.
I know.
You know that.
It's kind of funny. But see, I'm telling you, he lights us up on Tuesday. I'm calling it sick. Kirk Cousins doesn't work on Tuesdays. How would that fly under Shanahan?
Oh, my God.
How would that fly with this 49er fan base? I'd rather have Brock Purdy because you know what Brock Purdy is?
If Jimmy G said he doesn't work on Tuesdays, we would have destroyed him.
Brock Purdy told the offensive lineman, I can't go to your card games.
Tom Brady
I need to study.
I have dedicated my life to football.
Yeah.
If you want to beat me, you have to dedicate your life to this to take me out. And Tom Brady said that.
And Kirk Cousins doesn't.
I mean, Tom chose football over his family. For
Brock Purdy.
There's a happy medium somewhere in there.
Well, we'll see how that ended.
Tom did.
But that's what Tom did. He said, "The hell with the family. Football's my life."
You think Mahomes, after watching that dog, you think he's taking Tuesdays off?
No, he doesn't. You saw that he didn't take Tuesdays off. All right,
he's got an off season.
Brittany Mahomes understands. Go get this money.
Yeah, she's all in. I'll give it that. Like, one thing I have to say about Brittany Mahomes, she's all in she knows.
She knows.
There's a window here.
Right.
And we got to kind of maximize this.
Brock Purdy told the offensive lineman, I'm not playing in your card games. I need to study.
I like that. That's
why I like Brock. Brock does work. I'm not mad at Brock. I'm not mad at him at all. Who's it a bigger game for? Let's do rapid fire. We did rapid fire last week.
Ooh, rapid fire.
Yeah, we did rapid fire.
And I've got a bet before we get out of here.
Oh, yeah, we got to get a bet.
Yeah, I've got somebody whispering in my ears helping me out a little.
Oh. It better not be Guido.
Don't worry about who it is.
Who is it, Nash Solomon?
No, hell no.
Is it Guru?
No, but I did tell him to take Arizona yesterday, and I knew they would win that game.
He was at the game. I saw that.
Yeah.
Good for young
It's a lot of fun. That's a fun stadium. Underrated.
888-957-9570. Line them up right now. Rapid fire. Rapid fire. Who's it a bigger game for on Monday? Brock Purdy, Nick Bosa, Kyle Shanahan, Jake Moody, or Kirk Cousins. You got 5 options.
Oh, my God.
You got 5
It's
options.
a poo-poo platter. Let's go.
Poo-poo platter. It's like a Sizzler buffet right there.
A potpourri platter.
Who's it a bigger game for? Kirk Cousins, Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy, Jake Moody, or Nick Bosa. 888-957-9570. That's how we'll end the show.
I'm ready for that. When was the last time you ordered the sampler platter?
It's been a long time. That sampler platter, where IHOP,
Group settings, anywhere.
Denny's, and you got chicken strips, and you got mozzarella sticks.
Oh, it's the best of the best.
Dude, Chili's has his barbecue platter.
See, look at him.
And I'm going to the in-laws this weekend down in Monterey, and they live like right near Chili's.
Yeah, Westlake Joe's does this dessert, like sampler platter. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's like 7 or 8 different desserts. Shout out my boy Gus over there at Westlake Joe's and the Dugan family. And I swear to God, it goes off. Everything on there. The butter cake or whatever the heck it's called. The ice cream. I love Westlake Joe's.
Westlake Joe's.
We'll be ordering dinner from there tonight for my brother's son's birthday.
Well, you got me thinking. You should get sponsored. The Dugans, hey, Joe Sasky eats there all the time. Y'all need to
All the
start comping
time.
his meals.
I conduct all my business there.
Start comping his meals, please.
No, I'll pay for my meals. I conduct a lot of my business there.
If it ain't free, it ain't me. I'm kidding. I love the Dugans. Chili's. That's where I wanted. There's a Chili's down the street from my house. Because you went off about Westlake Joe's. I lose my train of thought. I'm getting old. Chili's, I've never seen anybody walk into that Chili's down on El Camino Road in San Bruno.
Oh, yeah, the one right near the Big Five.
It always, I think it's like closed down.
Right near the Big Five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like closed down.
Well, we used to go on the late night back behind. There was a TGI Fridays. Now there's a bunch of tech places now, but we used to go there back in the day after softball at Lions Field. Shout out San Bruno Turf, Lions Field, baby. Artichoke Joe's.
Artichoke Joe's. Do like Artichoke Joe's. I've never seen anybody walk into that Chili's. It's like shut down or something. It's always dim, dark. Maybe I'll just stop in there. I'm like, Andy,
you know
want to
who's
go to
the
Chili's?
Biggest Chili's fan?
Who?
Here at this station?
Who?
Lucas Alexander.
Oh, well, doesn't surprise me.
Loves Chevys and Chili's.
The chips at Chevy's
are off the hook. Warm chips are always a must.
Yeah. KC. Sacktown KC.
What's he saying?
We'll see the Kings next Friday. Glad you guys got a preseason win. How's it feel to win again? You guys haven't won since Game 6. I'm kidding. You know I love you.
Kenny looked amazing in the photo with him in.
He didn't wear no socks with the dress shoes. That's a different type of swag.
Yeah, I can't do the no socks.
I can't pull it off.
No, only with my my new favorite pair of shoes.
Kenny pulls it off. Kenny and D-Lo, the best dressed dudes in radio history.
Yeah, they are.
Radio history. Not hands down. I got nothing on them. Yeah. You got nothing on them.
They dress like an R&B group.
No, dude, they are.
Right?
It's like they're like having a competition. You're just on the radio right now. They go on TV and they step it up even more. I'm like, dude. Nate Anna's like, oh, you should wear something like that. I can't dress like Kenny and D-Lo. I can't.
One day, Kenny's going to wear the YG like leather vest like Tupac wore with no shirt underneath. Dude, I know it's coming.
Dude, he wears
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
He wears the turtleneck. I know what you're talking about.
I could never pull it off. Casey could definitely pull it off.
No, he wears the turtleneck under the suit. I can't pull that off. Damn, Kenny, why you look so damn good when you get fitted?
The turtlenecks are next level because it looks good in damn near no one.
He pulls it off.
Well, I've got
did you see the shoes yesterday with Kenny?
Of course.
He pulled it off with the no sock. I said, damn.
They're like the Gucci slip-ons or something.
I don't know what they were. And I can't pull that off. These guys up in Sacramento, ESPN 1320 out here. I mean, boy, that first round series, it might as well have been the NBA Finals with the way they were dressing. Gucci pouches. Gucci backpacks, Louis Vuitton shoes.
Does the Sacramento Odyssey branch pay that well?
Dude, you see the party they had? Their station looked a lot bigger than ours. It was a party up there. Sacramento Stacy coughing up there, popping bottles. And Casey and D-Lo out here dressing like they Casey and JoJo. Man. But anyway, Sacktown KC, there's absolutely no chance in hell. No way on God's green earth Kirk Cousins is a Niner next season. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to spearhead stopping this talk. You got to stop it. Number one, Kyle may like him, but he ain't stupid. Number two, money alone wouldn't allow it to work. He's way out of their price range anyway. Who's to say Kirk Cousins wouldn't take a discount to come to San Francisco? I could see that happening. Oh, man. Anyway, let's go to the lines. Rapid fire.
Let's go. Rapid fire.
957
for the weekend.
9570.
Got 1 unit left.
1 unit left. We got the big bet coming up.
1 unit.
1 unit left. Big bet coming up. Who's this game bigger for? Who's this game bigger for?
You're Tom Jackson. I'm Chris Berman, or vice versa. I'm Tom Jackson.
No, I like Tom Jackson. I do like Tom Jackson.
A rumbling, a stumbling. Let's go out to the lines. Give me line one.
Line one, rapid fire. Who's in a bigger game for? Kirk Cousins, Kyle Shanahan, Nick Bosa, Jake Moody, or Brock Purdy? What you got? Who's on line one? All right, put him on hold.
In the click.
Put him on hold. Put him on hold. Wake his game up. Line two. Who's this a bigger game for? Rapid fire. 888-957-9570. Who's a bigger game for? Who's this on the line? Line two. Line two? Are we there?
It's Casper the Ghost.
Okay, all right, Jordan in Union City. I thought we were doing rapid fire. This is on line two. All right, Jordan in Union City. You're rapid fire. Who's in a bigger game for?
Oh, my God, we're on fire.
What's going on, fellas? All right, I'll be quick. Good morning. It's bigger for Kirk Cousins because if they lose, and depending on how it looks like when they lose, the Vikings might be sellers here in a second.
Oh, boy. Bigger game for Kirk Cousins. That's one for Cousins. What about TC in Sacramento? Who's in a bigger game for? Brock, Bosa, Shanahan, Moody, or Kirk Cousins?
Hey, keep it simple. First of all, I want to send a shout-out to my boys Casey and D-Lo, man, well-dressed out here in Sac. Well, check it out. Hey, it's a big game for Brock and Shanahan. Promise you, because, listen, if Brock is looking average, again, and Kirk Cousins dices the defense up in this team, woo, that's going to be a bigger story for everybody's head.
Oh, it sure will. You're not lying about that, TC. Rolando and Napa.
They said that the first two callers were Nick Bosa throughout the first 6 games of the season.
That's
funny. That's pretty funny.
That's a 4.
That's pretty funny.
That's a 4. You guys got jokey jokes on the Friday. I like it. Rolando, Napa, what's happening?
Nothing much, man. Big fan, dude. Big game Monday, dude. I want Bosa to show up. I want to go with Khalil Mack. I want Bosa to go 6 sacks against the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football.
Oh, that's
I want
good.
him the game record.
That's good.
I want to go game record, man. Also, to John Lynch, man, get on the phone call Tennessee, get King Henry, get Derrick Henry, bring him to the Bay. McCaffrey and King Henry on the same backfield.
Ooh.
He's on trading block. You guys know that. They said they want to trade him to a contender.
Yeah, I'll take him in a heartbeat.
Why not?
I'll take Derrick Henry in a heartbeat. You can never have enough running backs.
What, Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey? You kidding me? Hey, what you want for that?
Well, McCaffrey, yeah, I'll split him out wide. I'll take him in a heartbeat.
We'll just run the ball 40 times a game.
Yeah.
Hey, Brock Purdy, you don't even have to throw.
NFC Championship game from 2019 every week.
Man. Let's go to Danker in the city. Danker, a.k.a. Sea Legs. Danker in the city.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, real quick, if we want to put the opposition on sea legs, I'm telling you, we actually need to add Darren Waller. And how fitting would it be to go to the Super Bowl and get that guy a ring in Raider Stadium? Just saying.
Who's in a bigger game for on Monday? Who's in a bigger game for?
Brock Purdy. He'll silence people. He'll lace them up. He'll laser them. We're good.
We're good. That's it. That's from Sea Legs Danker. Sea Legs Danker in the city.
Aye, Captain.
All right. Hey, boom. What does Chris Carter do? Catch touchdowns. I love Tom Jackson. He'd have whoop. Hey, boom. This is how you see it.
Touchy feely.
No, they both would get in prime time. Prime time. Hey, boom. This is why you got to love this play right here. Look at him take on this block. Tom Jackson, where have you been at all my life? I love
Patrick,
TJ.
what you talking about, Willis?
Don in Santa Clara. That is the greatest tandem in studio.
Of all time.
All time. NFL prime time.
I mean, besides us.
Oh, you could say that. Some people disagree. Don in Santa Clara. Don, good morning. Who's in a bigger game for on Monday? This is Rapid Fire.
Good morning. It is Jake Moody.
Ooh.
He just, they give him a pass the first time something like this happens, but it's a lot of pressure. He's got to make good, or I think he feels that way. So I say Jake.
Jake Moody. Huge game. He misses
Jake
another
Moody
kick.
From?
Michigan.
If we're doing our Tom Jackson.
Tom Jackson. That's what he always said.
Look at you. You were there.
When somebody's from Louisville,
From the U.
The U. Oh, I love that. I may watch them all. Telling you, you'll get tears if you watch the primetime episode of The Catch 2 when T.O. caught that pass against Green Bay. It was a 10-minute highlight package, and it was Chris Berman
I've got
and Tom
goosebumps.
Jackson at their best. I
got
watched that the
goosebumps.
week of the Green Bay game, and I almost had tears. I'm getting too emotional in my old age, man. I cry over anything. Chris in Oakland. Chris, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, what's going on, man? I think the most important position in sports, the best team in football, it's got to be Brock Purdy. We need to see how he responds after a loss because people need to see that he's not just cruising. He's all there with the boys, and I think that he's got to have a comeback game after a loss to the Niners.
There it is.
Take care.
Brock Purdy, take care. That was